Right, so that seat's seriously got to come back out.
That one buckle needs.
There's no way I can get my hand down there just to give it a little. Give it a little front through it. Oh, sparking for it. Right, yeah, that's tightened up.
So they're adjusting the harnesses on my car because I keep slipping forward. So there's a bar inside the car and it was a bit too underneath the seat and it was too far forward, so it weren't allowing the harness to pull me back. So they've moved the bar under the seat back, so the harness kind of comes around me now. And what they're doing is they're just taking the slack out of one. And then this is the damage from Snetterton, where the gearbox went on Dan Fisher's car and he stopped in the middle of the circuit and me and Matt Moore gave him a clip. And then there's a scratch all the way down past this crack here and then all the way down here. Not quite sure how that happened. And then Sam has replaced or done the wheel bearings, re-greased them, sorted all the brakes out, and then in the first race we got a bit we had some contact with another car that went from the inside of the track to the outside, and we was there, so he hit us and he damaged, just trying to find it, where's them two rose joints, Sam?
Huh?
Two rose joints.
In the metal tray in front of the car.
So these are the rose joints off the bottom arm, and that one was bent, and that one there also is slightly bent. So they've both been replaced now, and then we're getting the car in the lorry tonight. It's Sunday tonight, so we're getting the pickup in the lorry because it's going to the rolling road again, because I felt like it lost a bit of power. So we're going to go and see that all the sensors are working properly and just check the power and just keep running it when it's hot to make sure it doesn't lose any power.
This is extremely
difficult. Oh no. If you want to swear, it's okay, we'll just bleep it out.
The seat's got to come back out, hasn't it?
There's a lot of stress in the air in there.
There's not stress.
We're going to go.
Normal size legs.
What's wrong with my legs?
Not stumpy and like a lump of them.
That's not very nice, is it? Not very nice at all. Graves is back again.
Graves, are you coming to Scotland?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Graves is coming to Scotland, guys.
Graves is working.
Graves is coming to working in Scotland. Hello, mate.
So it's Monday before Knockhill and we're taking my pickup down to the rolling road just to see if at Snetterton it did lose any power, or if it was just the fact that the wheels were scrubbing from the bent rose joints. Not sure really, but the rollers are tell-all, so me and Sam are on our way down there now in the lorry. So he went like that, and then I went in like that.
On the back. Yep.
Let's go.
Snetterton was instantly better. The only way I could describe it compared to what it was like at, where was we before that, Donington, I think, Thruxton, Donington. It was like being shot out of a gun. The torque that it had found was incredible. But then after the couple of accidents that I had, I felt like it had lost power. And we've taken it to race today, obviously. You've seen some of the dyno pulls. It has lost power. It had lost 15 horsepower and 18 foot-pound of torque. So we've played around with the fueling, we've played around with the cam timing, which we was taking it back there to do that anyway, because I do feel like we could have got more out of it. And we've got it up again now to where it's, I think, 6 horsepower down and 7 foot-pound of torque. But I think that is false, because I think we would have found that on top of the power that we had before we went to Snetterton. So we've left the car there because we didn't take anything. We thought we were going to stick it on there, play around with the cam timing, move the fuel map slightly and find more power. So tomorrow I'm going to come work early, because it's 9 o'clock at night now. I'm going to come to work early, do some work. I'm going to take a load of sensors down there with me, my cam timing gear, and we're going to have another go at it, because we want it perfect. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep trying to get it perfect. So what are you doing, Sam?
Trying to fight compression.
Well, why don't you just take the other 3 plugs out?
Because that's like plug sockets all the way over there, look, and ratchets all the way down there.
Carry on.
Okay, carry on. Oh, that's Raymond's phone. Why don't you answer Mondo's phone and be like, "Hi, West Tuning."
Shall I take it out to him? Or? No, he'll be in a minute.
Thank you for calling West Tuning. How may I help?
So what are you trying to achieve, Sam?
What I'm doing here is I am turning the engine over and staring at this gauge here.
And what's that gauge doing?
This is on top of the piston. So I'm going to measure when the piston is all the way at the top, about there. And then I use this gauge, which is on the bucket, on the inlet, to measure how much the valve is open when the piston is at TDC. Top dead centre.
Very good.
Which I could tell you what the what it is, but then I'm afraid I'd have to kill you.
Wednesday, we've just got back from the rollers. I'm supposed to be picking my tyres up. Sam is now taking the cylinder head off my new engine.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hi, good afternoon.
So, yes, not good. We've been at the rollers for 3 days, or 3 afternoons. Massive thanks to Ray for putting up with us, but we've done 130 runs with my engine, and it's lost 10 horsepower, which I knew it had lost it at Snetterton. But I don't know whether it's in the gearbox, the axle. You change the fuel in, it doesn't make much of a difference. We've tried all the sensors, we've changed plugs, we've changed injectors, fuel pump, and then all of a sudden it randomly jumps up and then it jumps back down. So we're taking, I'm not convinced it's the head, but we're supposed to be leaving tomorrow to go to Knockhill. I've got to get up early, go and get my tyres, which is an hour and a half away. So I don't even know if we're going to make it, to be honest. I'm feeling a bit fed up with it, if I'm being completely truthful. But I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm going to be positive. Sam's going to get the head off now. I'm just cooking him some dinner, and I'm trying to do some work, because we need to work to earn the money to go racing and buy more machines. So sorry if that bit was a bit grumpy, but I did say warts and all at the beginning of making a YouTube channel, and this is a down day for James. What did you say, coffee? Did you say coffee?
Always coffee.
Yes, coffee.
Coffee.
So, bit of an update. It's Wednesday night. We can't make up our mind what's wrong with my race car. Everything's gone through our mind, from the gearbox, the axle, the engine. So Sam decided to take the cylinder head off, which led to more problems. The head is now off, but what's wrong, Sparky? Sparky?
Oh
Sparky, what? He never smiled.
He smiles.
So basically, when we come to get the head off, the studs wouldn't come out for some reason. It was all tight in the cylinder head. You can see the aluminium there from the top part of the cylinder head. We managed to get 8 of them out, but the 9th and 10th, because they are behind the bulkhead of the pickup truck down here, we couldn't get a slide hammer in to get them off. So we did manage to get the cylinder head off. However, we've marked it slightly, so I've got to repair that. And I'll come out here to actually grab a stud. So then what we've noticed is the studs, or the nuts on the studs, have squoze like the top of the cylinder head in, and it's made it grip it so tight on that end. We have had it before on a couple of XCs where they have done that. It's just a nightmare, to be honest. I wanted to leave tomorrow to get to Knockhill. I didn't want to spend Friday travelling. I wanted to spend Thursday travelling and have Friday chilling, but there we go. Anyway, this is the cylinder head, and then I don't know if this is one of the tight ones, but no, these ones I've reamed out. So I've basically now, see, that what's weird is there's plenty of room there. It's just at the top, this side basically, where it's got it. But I found a ream that fits up there, and I've just reamed them all through. So that's repaired that. I'm happy with that repair, especially now I've got a stud and it goes up them all quite nice with a bit of wiggle room. We had to lever the cylinder head, and I've caught it here, so I'm going to put a blobber weld on this as well, give it a reface, go through the valves. When we rebuilt the engine last time, Sam ground the valves in, but he didn't do anything on the seats, and we didn't have time to change the guides because of Snetterton. So what I've noticed is a couple of the exhaust guides, like that one there, if you can see this trace of oil there, that's quite a badly worn guide. And the same with this one here, there's like a trace of oil coming out of that one. The rest aren't so bad, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 8 exhaust guides in it tonight, And if I can get 8 guides in, all the seats cut, it refaced, ready to put back on in the morning, we might still stand a chance. I've still got to drive an hour and 20 minutes to pick up tyres. And then the other thing is I'm panicking because I think we've taken the engine back out looking for a fault in the engine when I don't think it is the engine. I've got a sneaky feeling the gearbox is probably iffy, and that's what's pulling the power out of it, which, you know, that in itself is another problem, because do I drive to Knockhill, get there, and then in the test session the gearbox go, and I haven't got a spare gearbox, and I can't afford a new gearbox either. So, and I don't know if anybody's got a gearbox. So yeah, my mind's a bit blown at the moment. I'd like to say this is probably not the happiest video, but I'm going to keep repairing the head. So it's now midnight Wednesday. Sam's desperate to go racing. I am as well. I'm desperate to go to Knockhill. Like I said, I've never been there before, but we've stripped the rest of the engine because we've got to find this power. It's 10 horsepower basically, and we've got to find it. The car went sick at Snetterton. Well, it didn't go sick, it still runs perfectly. On the dyno it sounds, or rolling road it sounds fine. I might be rambling here, not making a lot of sense. I'm a bit tired, but bear with. So after Donington, when we've rebuilt the engine, we haven't actually done anything on the cylinder head. We vac tested it to make sure it was okay, ground the valves in, put it back together. We've taken the head off. The studs was tight, which I've shown you. We had to snap a stud off to get one of them off. So the head's got to come apart because it needs to be refaced. There's some damage on it where we've had to struggle to get the cylinder head off, and I've noticed that there's a little bit too much wear on the exhaust valve. That's on the exhaust valve and valve guide, and that there is a brand new Vauxhall bronze guide. Now I've pressed out the old guides, come to fit the new guides, and 3 of them, well, all of them are not a brilliant fit. Normally they need to be a good interference fit, and they all you can tap them in quite easy, which is really not good. So I'm knurling up the guide to get them so where they're tight. Now normally I wouldn't do this, I would just order some valves which are a couple of thou bigger, but I want to go racing, I'm not going to get them in time. We need to leave tomorrow night really. So what I'm doing is I'm knurling the guides, I'm also machining a groove into the guide and then fitting a clip so the guide can't fall down. If it falls down, it'll jam the valve open, it could end up being a disaster for the engine. So however, like now though, I think we might have found the fault, and if I walk over to the old workshop I can show you what we've spotted. So say hello, Leon.
Hi.
That's our pizza boy.
Pizza boy.
Found another way home, pizza boy. So what we've spotted on the pistons is it's quite brown, and this bit round here, it looks like oil has come down the exhaust valve guide, sat on top of the piston, and as it's come to compress, it's tried to blow the oil, then it's got fired, and then it's burnt the pattern onto the piston. And if it gets enough oil in there, it would also lower the octane of the fuel, which without the right amount of octane we would lose power. So I think that's where our few horsepower might be going. That one there really does show a good pattern. You can really see where it's kind of blowing it apart. So that's what we found. We found nothing else. The whole thing is immaculate. It turns nice. The exhaust is nice. What's that smell?
Sam.
Oh my god.
What's that smell?
Sam farted.
Yeah, I mean, we need to be leaving in not that long, so we ain't got ages to go. But what we've also found, and I'll get Sam to send me the videos, is when it made quite a lot of power. I nearly said what it made. When it made a fair chunk of power, we've got the dyno run from that, and the car sounds crisp, sounds nice, gets going really, really well. Then we've got some dyno runs from yesterday and today, and it's exactly the fault that I said it had. It's lost its bark. It's still producing good numbers. Like I said, it's only 10 horsepower and about 8 foot-pound of torque down, but it's noticeable, especially in a pickup where everything is pretty much the same. We need all this, we need every single last little bit, and you can hear it. I'm going to carry on with these valve guides, get this in. I want to get the guides in before I go home, so I can get here early in the morning. I'll get a few hours sleep, get here early in the morning, and then try and get the head done to try and stand a chance to make it to Knockhill. Not saying we're definitely going to go, because at the moment I'd put money on it that we're not, but like I say, I would like to. Knockhill's a circuit I haven't done, but I'm not going to drive 8 hours north to race when I've got something in my mind that it's not right. And you know what, maybe we shouldn't have took it apart. Maybe we should have just gone to Knockhill and dealt with it when we get back. I want it to be right, and yeah, and like I say, I'm not going to hide anything from you guys. I wanted everything to be shown and seen, and our way, or my way, or no, our way of how we're trying to diagnose the problem, because we have been through everything on the truck. It's got a fuel pump, injectors, plugs, water temp sensor, air temp sensor, crankshaft position sensor, and it does sound sweet. That's the annoying thing. I'm happy with the car, but if I haven't seen the figures that it made before Snetterton and drove it at Snetterton, I'd probably be happy with it. But do you know what? I'm not happy with it now. It's got to be right. So I'll do these mods and we'll show more a bit later. So we roll on to Thursday morning. Me and Sam are back in the workshop. We'd left there last night at 1:30, I think it was. So the guides are in my cylinder head. I've diamond honed them. I've machined the stud holes out with a ream the same size, but where they'd squoze in at the top, not allowing the stud to come out. I've sorted that out. I've also spot faced where the stud and where the nut and washer bolt down, so that's all nice and spot faced on the other side. I'm going to cut the seats now. I'm going to quickly reface the valves and then give the head a skim, because where we're leaving it off it's marked, so I want to get that bit right. So it's now Thursday, it's 7 o'clock. Should have left by now, we haven't. We're still trying to get there, if I'm being honest. I'm just doing the tappets on the exhaust. Sam's gone to get some food. Clay's come down, my grandson, to help sort through the tyres and everything. And I think what we're going to do is get it where it's done and running tonight, go and do some shopping, load everything up and get it where it's ready to just power run tomorrow, because the whole reason we're doing this is because it was down on power. I'm still not taking it if it's down on power, so we've booked it into the rollers first thing in the morning and we'll see where we go from there. But the head's all back together and I'm just doing the valve clearances. It's 11:28, well, 11:30 now on Friday. We're heading to Ray's just to quickly power run the pickup. Got RV in here. Sam's driving, Clay's passenger. So hopefully we'll be heading to Scotland in about an hour. then?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Harvey, just at the Rolling Road, and we're just waiting to see what's happening with the pickup. It's currently making, I think it was around 15 less horsepower than it normally would, but yeah.
It's 6 o'clock. We've left Thruxton about 15 minutes ago. We just got on the A34. We've now got a 7-hour 20-minute journey to Knockhill. Well, this week's been mad, from spending 3 days on the rollers trying to work out. So basically, I probably spoke about this already, but I'll run it down again so I know where I'm at. At Snetterton, my car initially felt amazing. I then took a hit in the wheel where a car that was on the inside needed to get to the outside, and I just don't think he saw me and come across me, a bit of a racing incident. And then in the second race, a car spun in the track, and me and another car had nowhere to go other than into it. After that accident, the car was slow, so we didn't know if something was damaged on the car. But anyway, we've put the car on the rolling road this week to see if we had a problem or if it was the car. Straight away, the car was 15 horsepower down, and we have then spent the next 3 days trying everything on the car, from injectors to fuel pump to fuel pressure regulator to fuel filters, spark plugs, plug leads, coil, crankshaft. Oh no, we didn't try coil. Crankshaft position sensor, water temp sensors, moving the cam timing, richening it up, weakening it. Nothing would find the power really, and then all of a sudden it would jump up a little bit and then it'd lose it again. Very frustrating. So we decided Wednesday that Knockhill probably isn't happening. We got the car back to do work on it. Sam found 2 bent rose joints, which I think we've put on the beginning of the video. We've taken the engine out. Obviously you've seen that. Couldn't actually find anything wrong with the engine apart from what I've showed earlier. So I was convinced, that oil was getting into the cylinder and it was losing like the octane rating of the fuel, which was killing the horsepower. By the time we finished tweaking it, it had got actually where it was 10 horsepower and less, not 15. Anyway, the car don't smoke, so I still had it in the back of my mind that I weren't 100% sure if it was that fault, but it's the only thing I could find. The car, the engine's perfect, or was perfect. So I've replaced the valve guides, replaced the valve stem seals, cut all the seats again. I did want to change the seat angle slightly, so I did that. I've changed another part of the seat, which I don't know if I've shown that on the video, but I've done that. We've then taken it back to the rollers today, this morning, and I thought this was it, it's all going to be good, we're going to have the power, and then straight away, same horsepower, 10 horsepower less. tweaked it here and there, did exactly the same, and then we decided to try and run the car on the front set of rollers because it's a 4-wheel drive rolling road. We thought we'd try and run it on the front set of rollers to see if it comes up with the same number. But as we was taking the car off the rollers, Ray spotted that the rolling road had just moved slightly. So instead of the 2 rollers being parallel, the back one, what we run, was slightly off. And where the tyres had been running, the knurled roller was completely polished. So we pushed the car off, Ray reset the rollers, so he opened it all the way up, closed it all the way off, and then opened it all the way up again, so it re-squares the rollers. We put the car back on the rollers, but we set the car so it was off slightly, so it wasn't driving on the polished part, it was driving on the fresh knurled part, a bit that was still quite sharp with the knurling. Gave it a run straight away, and the fault that I'd been complaining about, where it gets to 5.1 and the power just tails off slightly, it had gone. It had put the car back to exactly where it was. So I was so relieved. I know there's been a bit of a waste of time. There's been an engine build in it. We've had a week from hell. I've not actually done any customer work, so it's been, well, I've only done bits, so it's been an expensive week, but I don't care about that. I know that my pickup's still good, and we've put a lot of development into our 2.3 engine for the pickups and spent a lot of time wrecking cylinder heads to try and find what we want, what we thought would work, and it did show on the rollers, and we got it back. So very, very, very happy. A little bit gutted that we didn't try it on the first day, but there we go. We could have been in Scotland now, just enjoying ourselves, but we're going to get there at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and on the track for just gone 9. But like I say, the car's fixed, the power's there. The final result engine wise was 294 brake horsepower and 227 foot-pound of torque. We've got to take it back because we want to try some more development bits, and Ray wanted to try a new lambda sensor in it because he thought his lambda sensor might have gone a bit iffy. So next week we'll be back down there again and see if we can squeeze any more out of it. But I'll film when we get to Knockhill, and we'll try and get as much racing in as we can. Well, did we make it to Scotland, yes or no? Yeah, we did, thanks to Sam. Drove all the way through the night, got here at 2:30. It's now just before 7, and yeah, this place is unbelievable. What a circuit. It's mega clean, all nice new buildings. The view over there, you can't really see it on the camera, I don't think, but it's incredible. So this is coming uphill here. This is actually really steep. You can't see how steep it is, but yeah, it's pretty steep. What do you reckon of? Nice little hair flick.
Incredible view.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Very sharp last corner.
Yeah. How was that wing, Carl?
That's right, that's where you're going to be standing it today.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? We found the Stig. Stiggy boy. He's shorter than I thought, being as he's stood on a foot of wood. We've got a red sky. Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. Oh no!
Oh yeah, Harvey's back again, and in Scotland it was hard, long drive, but he's just going to go out for practice. What do you think, practice?
Very good, mate. We'll see how we get on.
Yeah.
Never been here before, so Got to work my way round.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Clay. I'm back again. We've made it to Knockhill, and me and Harvey are just going to go to the infield to see if we can get a good view.
He said he's not going to take it too hard in the first practice, just to get over it. Here comes Grandad. They're letting him through as he's just trying. They've done this track multiple times, and this is his first time. So it's like, as it's only practice, he's letting him go past. We're going across now to see what's happened. As there's a red flag. It's not a checkered, so we're hoping. No, it's nothing too bad. We're going to check now. We've seen James, and they're going to come into the pits now. But we haven't seen Ryan Hadfield, which isn't good because that's got Grandad's engine in it. We was looking round for a place to watch them, where they were even, see what happened, but we just heard them coming back out, so we're gonna go and see. Yeah, you can probably hear them in the background now. Don't mind if we're going to try find the bridge to watch the rest of qualifying, but they're just going past here now. Right, so we have found it, but there's a little go-kart track around here. So yeah, we're going to go over the bridge. We reckon this is where we're going to watch the rest, because you've got the straight right there. We'll follow this car around that's coming. Oh my god, they're racing. So you can just see all the way up to there, and there's a massive downhill into the second corner, which leads into the third. Got this little straight, and then you probably can't see now, but they're just going along there. You've just not been able to see them. There's a nice little straight.
Grandad's down there.
Yeah, he's just down there. Then once they finish that, they come back up here and round to where we was before. But yeah, that's probably where we're going to watch the rest, because you can see a lot more. And this is pretty cool because this is the bridge you get over. Yeah, this is the bridge you get over, and you can walk all the way down here and see the full straight. What do you think? And there goes the checkered flag. We've just come back and he's already on Scotch eggs on the phone. But yeah, we'll ask him in a minute what he thinks happens with the red flag. Just asked Grandad, and apparently Ryan Hadfield, like we said, come off the circuit and caused a red flag. Yeah.
Grandad is just going out to practice 2, and we'll see how he does. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling alright. How are you?
Good.
That's good then.
So just walking to the infield now, and they're already out. We were a little bit late, but yeah, try and get some shots. They're just coming underneath this. This is really cool. You could, in these little gaps, you can just see them flying. Oh, that was behind us, but it's really cool. So James has just come past, and yeah, we're doing. Alright, Clay, did you bring your phone? Oh, can't look at the timings, but the track is getting drier. You can see the racing line is getting a bit drier.
Might be able to put some slicks on.
Nah, not yet. But yeah, it's starting to get dry. The sun is out.
Just like violently on the inside of the track, it's really talk about it, but basically almost like a run.
They'll just talk about how the track keeps getting drier and drier. if it keeps up like this, maybe in qualifying get some slicks. And James will actually be able to get some fast laps in. So since his first time, he's just cruising.
Yeah, but it does look like he might
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Brand new sport, and look at it. What a sport, it's unbelievable. You can see it. Oh, the Hadfield. I think, oh, is that Matt Moore? That's Matt Moore and Johnny. Here comes Smithy and Brandon. Even for a practice session, Johnny's already getting his elbows out. Brandon's already getting racing. So they're just going around the hairpin now. Oh yeah. Woohoo! He's skidded. And here they come up to the straight now. Oh! Brandon is going into the pits. Yeah, it must be too dry for wet, unless they made contact in that hairpin. But yeah, I'll let you know. There's another spot that I'm not sure if we're going to use, but it's just a bit down from where we were. You could see him all the way down to the hairpin. And all the way up the straight. So yeah, I'm not too sure what to use. We've got a lot of good options. It's a lot better than some other places for spectating. Practice 2 session done. He looked quite quick, very smooth through the hairpin. Looked a lot quicker than last time. Well, obviously because he's cruising through the first time. But he's starting to dry the track, I reckon. So we might get a dry quali and we'll find some nice places to show you lot what's the action. What do you think, Clay?
I don't know.
You don't know?
He does look quick through some sectors.
So this is the karting. We might be doing this, we're not too sure yet. But it's pretty cool. Yeah. Pretty nice places, isn't it, Clay?
Yeah.
Nice views, great track, great viewing spots, and some nice food looking, and some go-karting.
Matt, what's your lap time? What's your pit lap time? No, on the pit. We'll get all the YouTube in for you. This is our chauffeur. This is the one and only Matt Moore. Legend. Right. In his own underpants. And I'm with Michael. Definitely legend. In my underpants. So the drivers' meeting has just happened and I've come back down and Sam's making some adjustments to the car's suspension. He's setting the corner weight scales up now, and what that will do is it will show Sam the weight on each corner of the car, and then he can decide if he wants to make changes to try and get it handling a bit more, to try and get some grip. It's the first time I've been here, but I am second slowest at the moment, which isn't brilliant. We want to move forward from that. Don't want to be second slowest, that's for certain. So we'll see what Sam can find and hopefully try and dial the car in a bit more and move forward. race 1 report, crashed. What do you think about that, Sam?
All the new parts are just fitted.
Yeah.
They've gone and broke.
Sam put new rose joints on, ready for this meeting. I've gone and bent them again. Video will show it. I had quite a good start. Then it got a bit rubbish. Then I got going. I was catching Matt more up, and I made a mistake and hit one of the sausage curbs flat out, and then that was it. There's pull up. Yeah, so hit one of the sausage curbs flat out and bent my steering, loosened it all off, and that was that over really. I just slowed down and brought the car back home. But there we go, bit to fix now. Going to enjoy this lovely site around here. Such a nice place, wicked circuit. Completely recommend anyone putting the effort in and driving up and having a go around here. It's incredible. I mean, I'm not very fast, but it's still a good circuit, and we'll fix the car and we'll get some more done tomorrow. So we've got the Jenny on, just to boil the kettle, having a nice cup of tea. I've got a guy coming down, actually from Scotland. He's only 20 minutes away, to drop a cylinder head off for us to recondition. And we've just been cooking on the barbecue, so Saturday night is it's good so far. And here's Ryan, look. I think he might have just been for a wee. He's dabbing. Dabbing. You doing a dab? Can you do a dab?
No.
Yes, you can.
Hi, Ryan Hadfield, James's #1 driver this year. Still shit, but we're trying hard.
I need to be fast. That's what needs to happen. So at the moment, Sam is setting the caster. I'm sat in the car because I have to hold the steering wheel straight up. So the wheel that took the damage has got a little bit too much caster at the moment. So he's just taking some out of it basically. I was just watching my grandkids, they're trying to roll the tent up. I'll show it you. Oh, they've managed to do it this time. So a second ago they tried to wrap the door up on the awning and they didn't wrap it tight enough, and it was just quite funny watching them trying to clip it in. How'd you get on?
He doesn't know how to roll the tent ready.
He tried. So they've declared it a wet race, so we need to make decisions on what we're going to do. It does look very wet. Might dry out though, I'm not sure. I'll go and have a look what everyone else is doing, I think. Yeah, you? Yeah, it was alright, bit slippy. Your name's Ryan and you went very fast. So we've had a first and a second. Ryan brought it home first and Johnny brought it home second, so we're happy with that.
Which way are you on?
On that way.
So tricky conditions, you know, just got to keep it on the black stuff, keep it pointing in the right direction, but we're definitely plenty of power to be pointing the wrong way if we tried hard enough.
There you go, you see. Heard it from the winner himself.
It's alright.
Hey!
Come on then, mister.
Up the camera. Well done, boys.
Tickets on the ones that made first three, Mark and Eric. I need to get on here.
You need to get your dad on there with you. Get your dad on there with you.
Wow, he'll break the camera.
That's not very nice. So, race 2 on the Sunday. We're changing to wet, so big thanks to James at Waltham Tyres for supplying us with some wet tyres. We made a wrong tyre choice in the first race, but we'll see what these are like. They're meant to be quite slippy when you first put them on, but we'll have a go. So Sam's going to get them on, I'm going to get my gear on, and we'll be out in 10 minutes. done. That's my old one. New one's in. Sam's finished putting oil in. I've just tried changing the settings on the GoPro, but yeah, we'll do. So we've just fired the generator up because that ran out of petrol, and now we're just making sure the transponder is charging. I think it is. Oh no, he's put it in back to front. So while I was doing the axle, I've changed the brake pads because I think I've got my money's worth out of them. That one's not good at all, so I think we're going to have a look at the the rear brake calipers when we get back. But that one there, I've definitely had my money's worth out of that. And that one, I've worn it onto the metal. So in a way, it's a good job we checked that, because they are finished.
Drop it down a bit, that's it.
Lovely. Thank you. Well done, chaps. Well done, Reg, you did very well there, you drove good. You did, Reg.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Well done, Matt.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Another pop, mate.
What's that in there?
It's man thong.
Wear it.
So that's not going to fit around my towel otherwise.
Apparently Barbara said they're supposed to go around your neck, but people have been wearing them around their heads, you know.
What? Like a...
Like that. Hang on. You're a ninja.
I look like a
Purple button. No, you don't. This is House. House, wait for us. House, I just wanted to thank you.
Oh.
Because House made Knockhill happen for me.
No worries, brother.
So big thank you. And anyone that needs a lift fitting, look up Platform Lift Engineers. They're incredible. They're the masters of erections.
That's us.
That is you. It's the big tear down, lock up, pack up, ready for home time. I had a little off ski at the last race, which you'll see on the footage. So no damage, at least, just a bit of grass and mud stain. But yeah, now it's time we packed up and got going. So yeah, perfect. So we're finishing off Knockhill with a barbecue. With a barbecue.
Right?
What did you just pick that up and put it in the bin, mate? Do it now.
Huh?
Do it now then. Sam's still unloading or loading. Here's Clay doing a big wheelie. Whoa, he's going to crash through the barbecue. Oh, nearly.